going on, everybody? This is A.J. and I'm coming to you with another video. Today is day 4 of me being post-op MLD Phalloplasty, and today was the day. I had a lot of back pain, particularly in one spot. I had the doctors check it, and they just said that they saw, just a little liquid under the tape. So it probably has blisters, more than likely, but they don't want to take the tape off yet. So they just gave me a painkiller and antibiotic just to make sure that it was all right and that I was okay. So yeah, you're going to hear a lot of noises. So they moved me. I've been downgraded from the ICU. Now I'm in a regular room, but they have all these little noises and you can hear stuff on the intercom. But it's a nicer room, and it's more private. It has a bathroom. The one in the ICU didn't. So yeah, if you hear those noises or you hear someone talking over a loudspeaker, that's all it is. I can't control it. But yeah, I've been moved out of the ICU today, and in my private room, and now they only do the checks of my penis every 4 hours. So it started off every hour, then it went to every 2 hours the second day. Yesterday was every 3 hours, and now today is every 4 hours, which allowed me to move out of the ICU. So here I am in my private room, and yeah, we're going from there. Like I said, today was a down day. I was very itchy today. Not just where I had the blisters, and I have fairly big blisters. I didn't know they were that big until one of the nurses pointed them out. She put bacitracin on them. I have like 3 big blisters here on my chest. I'm not going to show you because they look nasty. And I think I have blisters on my back that are covered up. So they're not able to put bacitracin on those. But these were uncovered, I think yesterday, when I told the doctor that I did have blisters and he saw it. He just took the tape and the dressing off of my donor site and redressed it, but he didn't tape back over as far as it was, so the blisters are exposed. That way they can like dry out or do whatever they do. So yeah, like I said yesterday, forgive my voice. My voice is still recuperating. My throat is still recuperating from having the tube down in my throat. So yeah, today has been one of those days. Every day is not going to be a non-pain day or an easy day. And today is one of those days where it wasn't easy. I can't say that I was in a lot of pain. It was just that pain in one specific spot on my back, to the point where when the doctor wanted to see it, I rolled over for him to see it, and he touched it, and I mean, it hurt so bad. And then when I tried to roll back to lay on my back, it took me about an hour to be able to lay flat on my back. I had to arch my back because it hurt where he touched it, where the pain was coming from. So that's when they just gave me a painkiller. This time they gave me a painkiller in my IV, and that kind of like worked instantly. And they gave me that just so they could move me from the ICU downstairs to my room, where I am now. So yeah, you take what you take. You take what you're given. But I'm doing all right. I'm waiting for dinner now. Yeah, they bring dinner between 5 and 6. So
Room 73
listen.
need assistance. Room 73 need assistance. Room 73 need assistance.
Yeah, so I guess every room hears whatever announcements they're making. That said, room 73 needs assistance. I don't know. But this floor is very, very quiet. So I was the only person under, I would say under 70 on my floor when I was in ICU. So I'm 53. So everyone else was like 70 and above, and everyone else was like in a very, very serious state. And one of my nurses said, you're the only one who's able to actually get up and walk and do whatever. And, you know, so when you look at that perspective, um, you know, wasn't having much of a bad day. But I'm out of ICU now. And the only reason I was in ICU was because they had to do those flap checks every hour, and I had to be watched constantly by the nurses. And it's easier, they said, for the ICU nurses to do constant checks because there's so many of them. They don't have as many on this floor. And I guess that's the policy of the hospital and the surgical team. So yeah, I'm doing good. My wife is in the shower now. Since we have a bathroom, she's in the shower now, just freshening up and getting ready for the evening. But I'm doing well. I just want to check in with everyone. I do have a new wristband. So apparently, I'm a fall risk, of course, because of the surgery I had. I walked a little bit today, just out of my new room and back in, and I was still a little dizzy. And that's mainly because I'm lying flat most of the time. So that makes me a fall risk. Um, so I have my new wristband on. They took out the A line completely. They took out the other two IVs that I had here and here. So that's gone. Thank God. They were getting on my nerves. They took off the blood pressure cuff. I had to keep that on constantly because every hour it would take my blood pressure, but they don't do that on this floor. They come and take it manually. I'm not hooked up to any monitors. They bring it in every time they need to take my vitals. So that's a good thing. That's a plus. What else? So when I came here, I asked to be wiped down because, you just, listen, yo, I don't, I'm not gonna hold any punches. I'm not gonna hold you. I am funky. I am very, very funky. It's one of those things where it's like, it doesn't matter if you get wiped down. You need a full-fledged shower, and because I cannot take one, I have to settle for just being wiped down, and it's not the same. The only thing I could really do for myself today, as far as bathing, so to speak, was wash my face with my face cleanser, just to make my face feel normal, because my face gets very, very oily, and because I'm lying here, all that oil comes to my eyes, and then my eyes start burning for a while. But yeah, man, listen, if I lift, boy, listen, I smell like, wow. I smell like I've been outside playing in the sun and getting sweaty since 1982. Like, that's how much I smell bad. Like, it's bad. It's really bad, And, I can't really do anything about it except get wiped down. They do give you the little wipes. They're a good size. It's like a washcloth. And they give you can either get cold ones or warm ones. Of course, I get the warm ones. And they wipe me down front first, and then I have to stand up, or if I'm standing to go for a walk, I'll ask to be wiped down in the back, because it's a lot of stuff going on. You know, when I was walking yesterday, where they did took the skin graft on the side of my thigh, that started to leak. So it's still kind of doing that today. But you know, the doctor said it's not bad. It's to be expected. So they're going to change, I think, the gauze and the dressing later on, either today or tomorrow. But you never know, because you're lying down so much. You never really know what you're lying in. And I have severe OCD. So when I saw it, I complained heavily. I was like, no, I can't lie back down in that. I'm like, you're going to have to change everything, because now that I see it, I cannot allow my body to lay in that, and I need to be wiped down. You know, as much as I could have been wiped down, that nurse wiped me down. Like, and I'm grateful that she did. You know, they were very, very compliant, and they didn't have a problem with it. So I'm grateful to, like, all the nurses, the whole staff. Everyone's been very great. The urology team, the surgical team, the ICU team, all the nurses on every shift. They've been very, very nice, very helpful, very respectful. And, you know, they always said, you know, if I need something, don't hesitate to ask, you know, as far as like painkillers or whatever. They're always there, and I never had to wait a long time if I needed to call them for them to come. So it's been an experience, I will say. This is an experience. I do have a small drain. I'll show you the drain. I have a small drain here. I'm not going to show you the whole drain. I don't want you all to see anything. It's kind of gross. And that is attached to my, like, I believe it's right next to my donor site. That's just to make sure that everything that needs to drain out comes out, and then they come to empty it every so often during the day. So, yeah, I'm doing well. The donor site is not as big as I thought it would be. It's wide. It's not long. It's not as long as I thought it would be. And, you know, and that goes for the graft site as well on my thigh. But, yeah, everything is going well. And who knows? Maybe I'll be out of here in a couple more days. They said I've been doing well. Everything's going great every time they check. So if it continues that way, then I could be home as early as Wednesday. So, yeah, that's my update, everybody. So I'm just going to sit here and look at movies, wait for dinner, and rest and relax, because basically that's all I can do. So, yes, thank you all so much for following my journey. If you have any questions about my phalloplasty, about my transition or transitioning in general, just give me a holler. Write it in the comments, and I'll answer you either in the comments or I'll do a video about it. And feel free to ask me anything respectfully. Ask me anything respectfully. I always say that. And I'll give you an answer if I see that it has been asked respectfully, all right? So I'll come back with more updates. Do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I post more videos, all right? Thank you again. Be good. And if you cannot be good, then be good at it. A.J. out, y'all.